How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at some more Nomad Survival. I've really been on a kick. This game's pretty fun. The next build that I wanted to try out was Movement Speed Quickling. So I want to see how fast FAST AF truly is. So I think, again, like all of these other builds where I'm specifically looking for specific things, I'm going to be going Nomad every single time so that I get those additional rolls. Just because I feel like you're more likely to hit the things that you really need with all those additional rolls, as opposed to leaving it up to chance, basically. So what I'm going to be looking for is skill duration and movement speed, so I'll probably have to grab Ascension as well. For now, I'm just going to stack up on the rerolls. If I see any experience or the item grab range, this guy right here, I'm going to be grabbing those, and we'll see if I can hit the movement speed passive pretty soon here. The unfortunate thing is it's so much harder to hit the passives as opposed to the weapon skills. As you can see, I'm getting pretty unlucky with these early ones here. I am not hitting the movement speed one at all, and that's pretty frustrating. Alright, finally there's my first one. One of the relics that I would like to hit is definitely going to be the Ascension First Relic, which ups your movement speed while ascended by 50%. That's pretty huge. Quickling's so good against chests. Oh, nice. Okay, so I already hit it. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to do the 10 rerolls for this, because I'm going to have to dig a lot more than I normally do. And I already hit that Ascension, so as you can see here in my relics, move speed is up by 50%. So that's like 5 wings just for one relic. That's pretty good. Alright, I'm finally starting to hit him a lot more. I feel like in this game, there has to be some modifier that assists you in hitting the abilities that you're looking for. So, for example, as you use and get abilities from the store, you're more likely to hit the abilities that you've already purchased. Well, that's just a guess, though. I'm not sure if that's something that's actually implemented. Gosh, it is so good against bosses, though, I have to say. The solo target damage for the Quickling is just too good. This isn't really super important, so I'm going to save my rerolls. Get some more. $47 rerolls at level 20. Pretty nice. Now, I am a little worried about my damage, but we'll see if we can remedy that later. Granted, if you could notice, you're already going a lot faster at this point. My damage is pretty insignificant, but it's okay. Good thing about this guy is the reduced damage, so as long as you build him pretty tanky, you're normally okay. We'll see if I get there. Still trying to max out wings first. I think I'm just gonna dig for him. I'm really gonna have to pick that up. I've gotten that twice now, so I'll grab Spectral Sword if I see it. Character kind of reminds me of playing Pokemon Ranger. Not sure if any of you guys ever played it. It's a Pokemon game that kind of revolved around using your stylus to draw circles around the Pokemon to actually catch them. And depending on what you ran into, there's a certain number above its head. And if you were able to circle it that many times, you would capture the Pokemon. And it would follow you around for a little bit. You didn't get to like keep them like in most Pokemon games, but it was still a pretty nifty concept. So like going around in circles like this really reminds me of those days. I do not have my DS anymore, sadly. And emulating that game is not a fun time, let me tell you. Because you can't simulate the stylus like that. Okay, so I picked up the Spectral Sword because I have two of these. It just kind of makes it slash, basically. It's pretty cool. It does nice damage. Hydration is also obviously very good for this one because it makes both the Ascension as well as your weapon skill last significantly longer. It is so easy to get discombobulated while doing this. Trying to figure out where I'm at. All right, max wings. So that's good. Unfortunately, there's none of these for your passives, but it's still pretty good. So I'm going to keep doing the rerolls because now I'm going to farm out some defensive stats. I'm going to go with the armor this time, mostly because I never do it. The flat HP is obviously very good. Same thing with HP regen, also pretty good. But I want to see how impactful the armor is. Alright, now that Wings is maxed out, we're going to see how long it takes to get across the map. So let's get Ascension going. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds. It takes us one whole weapon effect to get across the map in this. So, I don't think I could die, honestly, with this build. I would have to be actively going out of my way to get hit. The easiest way for you to die is basically letting your weapon skill run out while you're in the middle of a bunch of mobs, because you lose all your defensive stats there and you're just tanking so many hits at the same time. Finally hit one of the defense nodes. I feel like I'm Disney Channel. Like, woo! I'm Soul Sam, and you're watching Disney Channel. That just feels so bad. But you could draw a couple things if you're actually talented. Me, not so much. I can't draw to save my life. Yeah, so with the 75% damage reduction while you're in your weapon skill, plus the armor, I don't honestly think I could die. Side note, this is the most... I'm not sure if you guys have been seeing the explosions going off and everything dying. There's items on the ground that you can pick up that spawn occasionally when you kill mobs. It's this skull, and it wipes the whole screen. I generally get like one of those every 4 or 5 games. I've gotten 4 this game, which is absolutely absurd. I think I've gotten every single ascension. I'm gonna do this instantly level up, because I don't really need rerolls anymore. Nice, 30% move speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same time. I'm not sure if the ascension actually impacts your movement speed while you're in the weapon ability. That is something I would need to figure out. See, okay, I actually probably could just AFK'd on that dude's face and killed him. I was worried because I couldn't see my HP bar. I gotta say, shout out to my level 1 spectral sword. It's honestly putting in the work. It's doing decent damage. It really does not want me to hit this armor. You know, I'm gonna see if in these last 6 minutes I can make it to where I heal as much as I am taking. With the damage reduction from the armor, I'm thinking maybe I have enough regen, especially with Ascension, because Ascension actually increases your regen significantly. My HP is going up pretty dang fast. So if I stand still, I actually don't take any damage. I have to be out of my weapon skill for me to take any damage. And even then, it's just like 20 or 30. I have like several thousand HP, so... that's pretty crazy. I think I set out to do what I was aiming for. I don't think I could possibly die, because my HP regen, it's not like crazy high, but between Ascension and my base HP regen from the flower, I don't think I'm hardly taking anything. I could always just go max HP also. The only downside really is that I don't do that insane of damage, but it's definitely more than enough. A 6th one of those. I never get those. Almost never. So the amount I've gotten in this game is absolutely bonkers. This is probably my least favorite part of this game, is that in this last minute, while the last boss is approaching, almost nothing spawns. So if you're like banking on one last level or something like that, you're almost not going to get it at all. Let's see if I just stand still. Yep, it does no damage to me. Oh, that was satisfying. Yeah, I gotta say, as uninteresting as that was, that build is it's probably absolutely bonkers. This is 3 to 4 times more the normal amount of damage I take. And this is really decent damage for your weapon skill. Generally, you don't do that crazy amount of damage with your weapon skill. So I'm really surprised at how much I was actually doing here. As you can see, all I had was Spectral Sword, and just level 1 Spectral Sword with those 2 relics did half the damage that I did, and I didn't even have this. I had this for maybe half the game, so that's really impressive. I'm surprised at the damage that did. But Chain Light Shock is just it's just too good. It's just too good, honestly. But yeah, overall, that build, when it comes to like how fun it is to play, I'd probably rank it a little bit lower, more on the like 2 or 3 out of 10 scale. While it was nice to not worry about dying, you're really just using your WASD keys and moving around in a circle. There's not really like any cool effects going off or anything like that. And I think that's one of the best parts of the game, is when you see all of the insane effects going off. In regards to seeing numbers pop up on the screen though, that was really good, because every just not even second, like millisecond, every tick you're dealing damage. So there's just numbers popping all around. So that looked really good. They weren't purple. Maybe you could go like a crit build and it might be kind of absolutely insane. But overall, I would just say that build was meh. So like always, if you guys have any ideas for builds, just go ahead and leave a comment down below. If you have any suggestions for anything else to take a look at, just let me know. Happy to look into it. Games like this, games you love, etc., etc. Other than that, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.